Assalamu alaikum dear students. You are studying English with Miss Komal. Hope you are all safe and sound in the current situation. Well, we have begun our book with a very interesting poem, and this is our final class, and we are ending up with the exercise of the poem today. So the activity that we are here is to listen and say the words aloud. In this activity, you will notice that the sound of the letter A in the given words, that how it gets changed while speaking. As you have the word hat, and the sound of the letter A is A in hat. But in the other word that you have here is hate. The letters are same in the both words, but the sounds of the letter are different. They have different sounds and they have different meanings, but with the same letter. So you can look up their meanings in the dictionary also. So listen to the words carefully and notice how their meanings and sounds get changed. So your first word that you have here is hat, then fat, then mat, then man, pan, can, bad, mad, fad. And the other words that we are studying now have different sound with the same letter and different meanings. So the word is hate, then fate, then mate, then main, then pain, and then cane, and then bade, and then made, and then fade. So they all have different sounds and different meanings with same letter A. So you can look their meanings in the dictionary. In second statement, you are instructed to learn the poem by heart and try to pronounce it clearly and remember the message of the mother that she conveys to her son. So the statement is, learn the poem you have read by heart, recite it aloud and try to say it better each time. Remember that it is being spoken by a mother to her son, and mother wants to get across to the son that her life has been hard, but wishes to encourage him to make something of his life. And in next activity, what we have an instruction in this activity to write poem and make good advice. It is now up to you to write poem for a father and a son, or a teacher and a student. So you can read the statement. The statement says, try to write your own poem in which you give someone, a brother, sister, or friend, some good advice. The poem you can rhyme or not, as in the current selection, use words you would normally use in your everyday speech. But you have to write the poem on your own. And in next one, how will you write the poem? Be different from that of a father giving advice to son or daughter, or teacher giving advice to a pupil. So this is your choice how to write the poem. So the chapter that we are going to study today is one of the very interesting chapters, and the title is Nicobobinus. Nicobobinus is basically a novel written by Terry Jones. The novel is full of adventure and full of humor. The given chapter in your book is an introductory and opening chapter of the novel Nicobobinus. We will meet the character whose name is actually that of the name of the chapter, that is Nicobobinus, who is crazy to get straight into adventures, and he can do anything he wishes. So let's start reading and see what sort of adventures is Nicobobinus venturing in this chapter. This is the story of the most extraordinary child who ever stuck his tongue out at the Prime Minister. His name was Nicobobinus. He lived a long time ago in a city called Venus, and he could do anything. Of course, not everybody knew he could do anything. In fact, only his best friend Rosie knew, and nobody took any notice of anything Rosie said because she was always having wild ideas anyway. So, in the introductory paragraph, we come to know that the boy Nicobobinus is having extraordinary qualities to venture the adventures. So, no one knows this secret that he can do everything, but one of the friends of Nicobobinus, who is Rosie, knew the fact. But no one believes Rosie because she always have wild ideas. So one day, for example, Rosie said to Nicobobinus, "Let's pull up every single weed on your doorstep." "Let's not," said Nicobobinus, which is what Rosie thought he would say. So you can see how wild Rosie is, that she demands her friend Nicobobinus to pull up every single weed on his doorstep. In that case, replied Rosie, "let's discover the land of dragons." The next demand is stranger than the first. "Don't be daft," said Nicobobinus. Don't be fool, Rosie. How can we do that?" Rosie said, "Because you can do anything." So this is the fact and the secret that Rosie knows. So the next morning, just as it was getting light, Rosie threw little pebbles up at Nicobobinus' shutters. And why she threw little pebbles? To get Nicobobinus awaken. Nicobobinus was still half asleep when he looked out. "What's the matter, Rosie?" he said. "Shh," whispered Rosie. "I've got the buns and lemonade." So this was the introduction and the starter of the story that we are going to read, Nicobobinus. And now we will read the words that are difficult one in the chapter, and we will continue our reading in next lectures, inshallah. So the first word that we have here is daft, means silly. The next word is jerkins, mean a sleeveless jacket typically made of leather. Next word is roller, mean a heavy cylindrical stone used to flatten glass. The next word is shutters, mean wooden window covers. Next, squirm, mean to wriggle or twist the body from side to side. The next word is weed, mean to pull up wild plants growing in unwanted places. So we have begun our story, and inshallah we will continue the story and the chapter in other lectures. So this was your lesson today and reading. I hope that you will enjoy the chapter and you have understood what we have begun. So see you in some other lecture. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.